Hi, everyone. My name is Caitlin Files, and this is Pennsylvania Workers' Compensation Made Simple. In these videos, I address frequently asked questions to help injured workers better understand the laws and to help them navigate the system. These videos do not constitute any legal advice. Each video addresses a different topic, so let's dive into today's topic. Hey, all. So, this question is what is the difference between a workers' compensation injury and an occupational disease injury? Okay, so we've been in practice by the time I'm airing this about 6 years. Before that, I was at a different firm, either between intern year or working as an actual attorney for about 10 years. No, that can't be right. Maybe about 8 years. Maybe 10 years. No, okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I've been doing this a long time. I have seen one occupational disease injury through that time. Occupational disease is when we're looking at lead exposure, asbestos exposure, and where it came up with our firm is we were contemplating bringing a COVID exposure case. But it turns out that actually fell under the workers' comp injury. So we actually don't really bring occupational disease injuries. There is an entirely separate process you go through for occupational disease. But this is, I would call these exposure cases. So this is when, and a lot of times we don't see them nowadays because hopefully most places have removed the hazard contents that could be impacting, like the cancer causing issues with working with asbestos, with lead. We saw this a lot with coal mining, with the lung issues. So this was brought into play in Pennsylvania because of those types of jobs. So it's a lot less prevalent now. It still exists. We just haven't seen much of it. Workers' compensation injuries are more of like the physical, ow, I hurt myself, cumulative trauma, aggravation. Those are all workers' compensation injuries. And mental health, psychological claims also fall under workers' compensation. So more than likely, you will be in the workers' compensation realm. If you have an exposure case, you would be in the occupational disease, but it's very specific as to what ones they are. So even if you're working with some type of fumes at your job site and that aggravates maybe an asthmatic condition, you would still be in the workers' compensation realm, not in the occupational disease. So again, it's very rare for you to go through the occupational disease realm, but it is there if you do have lead or asbestos exposure or something like that.